Ciao Juventini of the world. My name is Giuseppe. Welcome back on the channel. Late what? Late what, guys? Let me set it up. Let me put a bit of coffee. The coffee is important, huh? Hey, how many Beppe will be late? The poll. You want to do a poll? No, I'm on time. I said 20 past 11 and 20 past 11. It is. It is. The time that I put press live, guys. What do you want? That I start the live without sound, without image? We have to pay attention to that. No, Aldo, you were not right. You were not right. You said 3 minutes late. The live started actually at 21:50. At 9:21:50. So it was 1 minute 50 late. Guys. Give me at least the 5 academic minutes that we can. Anyway, guys, how are you feeling after the post game of Juve Torino after that win? After so many great news, Quadrado coming back on goal, Danilo, the captain, scoring 4 goals in the derby della Mole, Pogba being back on the field, Barrenechea starting over Paredes. I made a video about it today. A lot of great news, a lot of also things that we have to do better, of course. What is your feeling? Because today we have to speak about that. We have also to speak about Dean Huijsen, because I read the article, full article. It's in Dutch. I speak Dutch since I am 2 years, so it's nearly 40 years that I speak Dutch as well. Okay, so it's a language that I understand totally. I know that there was a bit of controversy about Dean Huijsen. How are you feeling, guys? How are you feeling? First, let's have you guys, your opinion before me going with the topics of this evening. While you're writing how you're feeling, Hi Tam is saying I feel great. I need a bit of your feelings, and in the meanwhile I will say hello to the people that joined. Zijn er mensen uit Nederland? Dat weet ik niet, Otman, maar ik leef in België. So you see, we have people from the Netherlands as well. Dean Huijsen in the chat. Ciao to Styler Z. How are you feeling, Beppe? Or how are we feeling? That's the same question I asked. Ciao to Bogdan. Ciao to Javi. Ciao to Helicopter that wanted to launch a poll to see how late I would have been. Ciao Michael Raso. Ciao Bogdan. Grande Bogdan. Sir Raz Marian. Sasha is there as well. Aldo, hi everyone. I can't stay for the live, unfortunately. Bedtime for me. Just stopped by to say hello and give a maximum of like. Grande Aldo. Helicopter with a poll. Sasha is there, sir. Ninip Baranto is there as well with us. Grande Ninip from Sweden. Ciao Zlatko Teodorov. That is saying ciao Beppe. Ciao to you. Ciao to RB Comes on Friday. We have a new comp on the channel. He did a really beautiful one on Twitter about Paul Pogba. If you didn't watch it yet, go and watch it. Really beautiful. I am dropping a like, but I have to move on. I will watch the replay, and that's a beautiful assist like Federico Chiesa yesterday for Gleison Bremer, because for the people that are watching the replay, I know you are a lot from people from Australia, people from Indonesia, people that are unfortunately working or doing other things are watching the replays. Thanks to all of you, guys. Seriously, thanks to all of you who taking the time to listen to it like a podcast or just watching on television while you are doing other things. Really, thank you. Don't forget also you put a maximum of like. I'm super happy to have all of you on live and in replay. Ciao to Jasco. 416 Sport New Podcast is there with Carlo Beppe. Carlo is you and Beppe is me. I need to understand that one. This one was not that clear. Who is Carlo? Who is Beppe? No, I'm Beppe. I know that. At least I know that. Ciao, Nestor. It's time. Ciao, Orbe comes. Aldo, I was right. Minutes late. No, guys. Ciao, Amo. It's 23. 3 minutes late. Mamma mia, what a debate. Ciao, Anthony Schifano. Ciao to Hightam already. I already said hello. Quite happy about the game. Just Vlahovic, not 100% sure anymore. Vlahovic. I don't want to speak too much about Vlahovic. We already spoke a lot, but of course, I can understand that some people are a bit worried because you're expecting for a player like Vlahovic that is scoring 2 goals a game. This is at the moment not this is not happening at the moment, so I can understand that people are like that. But guys, believe my experience in football, you need time before really understanding and evaluate. If we are giving up after 1 year and 2 months, because we are in March now, not even actually, because you arrived on the 22nd of January last year, so it's not even 1 year and 2 months. 1 year and 1 month, if you're looking at the goal average, Vlahovic can't be put in doubt about the qualities, about the player. Then if you want to put the moment that Vlahovic is in doubt, absolutely. On that one we can discuss, of course, because he's not in his magic moment. You see it in his facial expression. You see it yesterday, probably not 100% mentally relaxed because he had to score yesterday. Big goal that he missed. I spoke about it in the video this morning. I also took the picture of the exact moment where he missed it. When I was watching live, to be honest, I was that much taken from emotion. I was thinking it was a lot more difficult for him to go on target and scoring that goal. I was thinking. So I said, guys, you have to understand, sometimes it's difficult. But then watching the game again, and then watching again a few replays, the guy has all the time in the world to do really well. And unfortunately, he's not able to go on target because it's hitting the post. And you know that in football, when you are hitting the post, it means it's not on target. Ciao to Dom, grande. Allegri grandson needs to tell off Allegri more often. I give him time. I just born. Derby win, Pogba, positive Juventus vibes. Again, all smiles. I have had a great sleep yesterday after the derby for Red Borut. Guten Abend, Beppe. Buonasera, Beppe. Ciao, Drughi. Julian, I feel great, but I will feel even happier when we beat Roma. We know that we start now with March. March, that will be a super important game for Juventus. Juventus also as a whole, not only Juve first team, but we start already tomorrow. Juventus next gen that is playing the first game of the two games because it's home and away, the final of Coppa Italia. Attenzione, because there are some beautiful news there. Possibly you have a Mattias Solé and an Ealing Jr. that will give some support. We are playing in our Allianz Stadium. The tickets that were available, because not everything was open yet, but everything has been sold out for the one that were open. So if tomorrow you see zones that are empty, guys, don't start going crazy like, there is nobody supporting the movement. No, Juventus didn't open all the sectors. This is also important to understand. But I will do the watch along on Juventus Twitch, and this time I will do it in Italian. My first watch along in Italian. I'm a bit curious how this will go. Let's try. But I insisted. I said that it was my initiative. I said to you guys, I really want to do the final. I really want to do the final of the next gen because there is a game. It's an important one. So it will be, unfortunately, home and away, not only one game, but it is what it is. With the newness that they will play with VAR. I'm curious to see Dean Huijsen that you see on the thumbnail. I'm curious to see if Barrenechea will play after the game that he played with first team versus Torino. I'm curious to see if Solé and Ealing Jr. will be able to start the game, if they will perform or not, because it's already a few times that we didn't see them playing significant minutes with the first team. So I'm curious about the two boys there, and I'm happy that they can potentially give their support. It will be really important. Ciao, 416 is answering my question. Beppe, you did the Ancelotti eyebrow. Yeah, I'm able to do it at the start of the live. That's why Carlo. Now I understand it. Look, like this. The Ancelotti. I need the chewing gum and I'm ready. Ehrenmann, George, grazie Bogdan if you're here again. Bogdan is always here. Vlahovic needs a goal on Sunday. I would love to see him paired up with Keane to free him up himself. Mamma mia, what a suggestion. Hey, good. Not bad. It's a possibility to see Moiskin already scored against Roma. He already scored, would not be his first time that he scored against Roma, so why not? But I don't know. Until Milik is back, I don't know if we will see them, both of them playing immediately, because, Milik is not there until after the international break, and if you don't have the international break with Milik, you have just one real number 9, one real striker, so I don't know how much we will see them. Part of game, maybe yes, maybe no. Don't forget, March, I told you, tomorrow we start with under 23 next gen. That has nothing to see with first team. But then we go, game after game. Roma, we have Roma, Freiburg, Sampdoria, Freiburg, Inter, and then in April it's even more crazy. If we beat Freiburg, April will be so intense you can't believe it. Mon ami, il mio amico Golbo Gobo, ciao Beppe, what do you think about Clyde to Ride? Who is Clyde to Ride? Chi è? Ma cos'è? Clyde to Ride. Guys, what is Clyde to Ride? Colpo Gobbo, one of my inspirations from YouTube. He looks a bit like me. Guys, if you didn't yet, go on YouTube and you follow Colpo Gobbo. But what is Cly to Ride? Okay, I don't, guys, don't help me, please. Don't help me, please. I understood what it means. Guys. No, ho capito. No, non voglio leggerlo. So for the people that are speaking Italian, probably you would have understand what it means. Guys, I show you. I forgot to put it on. Wait. Attenzione. This is the channel of Colpo Gobbo. Colpo Gobbo doing fantastic videos. Here we are. 82,000 Italian people that are following him. Fantastic videos. He speaks about Juve. Of course, it's a Juve channel, but also he's giving a lot of explanations about the process, the investigation, about everything what's going on. Really, always really well informed. Always with Romeo Agresti on the channel as well. So Colpo Gobbo in Italian is doing a fantastic job. For the people that are asking, Beppe, when are you starting? When are you starting to speak Italian on the channel, or maybe opening another Italian channel? I'm not doing it because there are great, fantastic people like Colpo Gobbo that are doing a fantastic job. And that's why I am only doing it in English, even if I will start doing a bit more Italian, but it will be for Juventus. For Juventus as the team, as the company, I will do a bit more Italian things there, a bit less English. And starting tomorrow with a watch-along in Italian. Anyway, is the Chiesa documentary out in USA now? No, but soon. And I have great news, but I can't reveal it now. Wait a few days and then you will discover it, but wait a few days. But anyway, then there will be the documentary of Chiesa. It is fantastic, guys. I already watched it 2 times. It's fantastic. I believe I will watch it tomorrow and probably do a video about it tomorrow for the people so that they start to be ready to enter that documentary. Huijsen is a good player with great potential, but he is very selfish. Okay. And now we go. Ciao Thomas, by the way. Ciao to all the people that join. Grande Lello, ti voglio bene Peppe. So, Dean Huijsen, to put in perspective, is probably the best next thing that will arrive to Juve. Okay? 17 years old, he's coming from Malaga, family supporting Ajax Amsterdam. They are coming from the city of Amsterdam. So the family is for Ajax, okay? He's a player that arrives after Malaga, after 2 years of Malaga or a bit more. He arrives to Juventus, didn't speak Italian at the time. He needed only 2 years to learn Italian. Of course, he was already speaking Spanish. He speaks already English, Dutch, Italian and Spanish fluently. He's already only 17. That's a really big, great skill. The player impressed everyone because he arrives in the under 17. He's doing 1 season where he's top scorer of Juventus under 17, directly promoted in under 19 where he's playing half a season. Montero is saying, guys, I don't know what to do with him because it's too good. He's too strong. And he has been promoted to the under 23, not for a few times, not as a bench player, no, as a starter. As a starter from the under 23 where he's doing fantastically well. One of his big skills are that he's ambidestro. That means he can use left and right simultaneously. He was speaking about an interview in Football Zone. He was explaining that since he was 8 years old, he was already training with his left foot. So actually he's a right foot player, but the level of left and right is approx the same. He can, without any problem, going with a long shot with the left and a few seconds later going with a cross with the right foot. A big quality. That's one quality. The second quality is his maturity. And you know it, and we spoke already about it on the channel so many times. For Max Allegri, it's not the ID card that is counting with your date of birth. It's not that you are born in 2001 or in 1981. That makes absolutely no difference. It's the maturity that you have in your head to be able to be able to understand the pressure, to accept the pressure that you have on your shoulder, to accept also when you are doing a mistake what will happen the day after, when you are doing great that you are not starting to think that you are a star. This kind of maturity, taking the ball when you need it, giving simple passes, not trying to impress just because you are in the first team, these kind of things are really important for Allegri, and he has already been noted, taken with Juventus to Arsenal, where he was on the bench, but he played versus Rijeka in our stadium. He played with players, and he said that I only watched on FIFA. I only knew from FIFA, because you know that the under 17, under 19s are not training in La Continassa with the first team. There are different zones of Torino, not really far away, but anyway, it's not really next to each other, where they're all training together. And then you have the Standard de Liège game, where he did really well as well. He has been put into that Europa League list in List A, and this is really exceptional. Why? Because in List A, they made space, moving players from List A to List B, to make space for Dean Huijsen, because they wanted to put his name in. That doesn't mean that Dean Huijsen will play in Europa League. That doesn't mean that he will travel with the team. But they preferred to move, because it was possible, a Fagioli, a Miretti, a Soule, to the B list, so that they created space for Huijsen. Also because we were not sure about the physical condition of Bonucci. Okay, this is already one thing about Huijsen. Let me read a bit of comments, and then I will come back on the words of Huijsen that I have read with my eyes about. That will be a beautiful opportunity if Juventus go in Serie B, because I know it was really controversial, and I don't want to make a drama about it, because I understand what he's meaning with his words, and I know that we are making drama, but like Sasha is saying in the chat, is he selfish? And probably we have to say yes or no. But is it normal? No, that's another question. So, who will replace Enrico Zambruno? I know, but I will not tell you guys. It would be crazy from me to spoil the news. It will not be me. Okay, I will not become a commentator in Italian or in English for Juve. That's not the plan. I never spoke about it. I don't believe it was even an opportunity. So, no. Bremer and Danilo have 10 goals and assists this season. Danilo scored 3. Bremer scored 2. That's 5 goals scored combined. About the assist, I don't know. The assist of yesterday of Bremer is a bit of luck. Normally it's a Kostic assist, but anyway, he touched it, he deflected it, just enough to give it to Rabiot for the goal. Maybe they have 10. Well, Bremer, anyway, if you're looking at the last years, is the best scoring center back of Italy. Apparently, there is a news that has been spoiled. Colpogobbo is saying Andrea Colella will replace Enrico Zambruno. I don't know from where Colpogobbo has that news. I know if it's right or wrong. I will not confirm, because I don't know if there is a news that is confirmed or not. But who is Andrea Colella? Colella, not Corella. Colella. Andrea Colella is someone that is already working for Juve, and he's doing the youth team. And he's doing it really well. So he has experience. It's a guy that also knows Enrico Zambruno really well, has experience doing the youth team of the under-23, really prepared guy, fantastic person. Then if he will be or not, I will not confirm, but you will, maybe on Sunday you know it. On Sunday you will see if Colpogobbo was right or not with the news. After the 5-1 loss to Napoli, he was praising Napoli about it on Instagram. Haven't liked him since. I don't know about the activities of Huijsen on Instagram. I don't know. No, I will not. I will not confirm until Juventus confirm. I don't confirm this news. Ciao Gazzo. So if we go back to Huijsen, There is one part, before speaking about Serie B and so on, there is one part that is confirming a bit what Sasha is saying. At a certain moment in that interview, Dean Huijsen is saying, or he is receiving the question, when do you think that you will reach the max? When will you be satisfied with your career? That still needs to start, honestly. Well, Dean Huijsen, he answers, from the moment that I have tested out the 5 big leagues that are Serie A, Bundesliga, Liga, La Liga, and Premier League. The 5 big leagues. Of course, also keeping an eye on the big trophies like Champions League, Europa League, the Euro, the World Cup, and so on and so on. So what does that mean? It's a guy you have to understand, because please, before attacking a young person, you have to understand that he's 17 years old. 17, guys. I am more than double his age. Imagine. 17 years old. Okay? 17 years old, that is doing his first big interviews, but he's a person that is coming from Amsterdam. Father has played football at professional level. They moved to Malaga in Spain. From Malaga in Spain, they moved to Torino in Italy. The guy, at 17 years old, he already lived in 3 different countries. And probably even more if we are looking at the career of the father. I don't know where the father played in the past. But that means that the guy, he has already that mentality of a traveler, of someone that wants to be stimulated by new experiences. So if you have in your mind that Dean Huijsen will become the next Del Piero, Gianluigi Buffon, Giorgio Chiellini, forget about it today. Does that mean that we have to say we don't like him? No. It's a kid that today, in the way that he's thinking, in the way that he has been raised, in the way that he has been educated by the parents, the example that he saw with his own eyes and how he behaved, it's in his culture to travel, to stay a period, to take the best he can, and to move. I don't want to compare myself with a football player because I am not, but in my professional career, I remember that I had cycles that could have been short cycles of 3 years, longer cycles of 5 or 7 years. It's always unpair, I don't know why, but unpair cycles, 3, 5, 7 years, where at a certain moment I needed to move. Not from country, because I'm not raised like that. I don't have that culture. In Belgium, you don't move that much because it's a small country where you have everything. But I changed also to have new stimulus, to experience new things, but also to become myself better, because if you are always in the same country or same work, at a certain moment you will be limited because you will not learn new things anymore. And you have persons that are super happy with that. And they say, I don't care. I'm happy with what I'm doing. I love my habits. And then you have person that needs to be stimulated and motivated to see some other things. Of course, if you are looking at football, my club of childhood, my stars in my eyes, they are going only in bianconero. That means that if I would have started as a streamer and they would have asked me, Beppe, what do you think? Do you want to start doing Cosenza in 3rd division? At the time, I would probably said, yes, let's do it. Let's do it. Why not? From Cosenza, then after 3 years, they would have asked me, Beppe, what do you think about Watford? Let's go. Let's do it. Let's try Watford. What do you think about Paris Saint-Germain? Wow. You like it or not, Paris Saint-Germain is a fantastic club. In terms of opportunities, in terms of another country, another way, it's a title leader. I would have gone to Paris Saint-Germain. Final destination is Juventus. It's Juventus, because that has been my club forever, and I believe that there is nothing bigger than Juventus for me, for my feelings, for my habits. But Dean Huijsen is not Italian. Juventus is not his favorite club. And he received that question in Voetbalzone, where it was written, If in 2-3 years you have the opportunity to go to your club of your heart, that is Ajax, he's loving Ajax, would you go there? And he said no. He said no. Because the mentality of Dutch players is that their league is good as a jumping plank, but then it's over. Eh? You don't go to Eredivisie, even if it's the club of your heart, that is Ajax. You don't go there. Yeah, you can finish your career there, like Danny Blind, for example, that now moved, I believe. But anyway, you can finish your career like a lot of Ajaxiden went to finish their career in Eredivisie, to go back in his initial country. But he's not missing. The family traveled with him to Torino. He's not living alone. He's not living on his own. He's living with his parent in Torino. He has everything that he needs. He speaks the language. So he refused to go back to Ajax now, which makes totally sense. So why would he stay to Juve for years? I am not, how can I say, angry about the perspective of losing Dean Huijsen in the future. Otman is saying, like De Ligt, Mr. Handball. Well, like De Ligt, because they are the same culture, travel culture, changing. They know it from the moment that you start. When you are raised in the Netherlands, you know that at a certain moment, if you want to become a big, huge player, you have to leave Eredivisie. So it's already in their mentality. If you're looking at Dean Huijsen at 15, he's already playing at Malaga. Guys, you understand it. Then we don't have to be worried at the moment today, because he said that he's super happy at Juve. He refused Real Madrid. Guys, I don't know if you're still there. He refused Real Madrid. Real Madrid. He refused. He said it was not an easy choice. I traveled. I watched all the proposition I had when I was at Malaga. And it is Juventus that attracted me the most. Why? Because there is that defensive culture that they have where I can take a lot. The same words as Matthijs de Ligt. Exactly the same words. Learning to become a complete defender. And especially now with this new promotion to the next gen, he's saying it's something totally different. Last time I played with a player that was double my age, he said. I'm playing with players that has more experience than when I'm playing with the under 19, with huge players from big players that at the end of the career they are in third division, or older players that know the tricks of the work, of the job. For example, in a corner kick, they are pinching you up, or that push at the right timing. And he says, I love it. He said that he's really enjoying it, because these are the things that you don't see in training camp. You can only have it with experience. He said about the future, my dream is, for the short term, he said, I want to play even if it's 1 second. He didn't speak about minutes, because I remember the drama about Soleil that entered at 12 seconds at the end. No, he didn't speak about minutes. He didn't speak about 10 minutes. He didn't speak about starting a game in Serie A. He said, my dream, short term, is to play even a second, to making my debut with the first team. That's what he has. Since he played Rijeka and Standard de Liège, in his mind is, I want to debut officially with Juventus in first team. Will it happen or not this season? Knowing Allegri, if we reach the objective that we need to achieve before the end of the season, could be that it happens. I know that Allegri, he has that mentality of the last games of the season, if there is opportunity to launch, actually to praise and to award the youngsters. I know that a lot of people are against Allegri with youngsters, but this is Max Allegri. If you are looking at the career, the journey, the curriculum of Allegri, in these last games always launched some players, even if we will never see them again. Anyway, that's the short term. Then for the long term, he said, I would love to stay at Juve because this is my target. Ciao Taha, this is my target, arriving and playing even next season with the first team of Juve. Maybe there is the opportunity that I have to go on loan with another team, or in second division, Serie B, or in first division, that is Serie A. So Juventus already talked with him. They agreed on everything, contract until 2027, with himself the remaining part of this season to prove, probably starting the summer camp next season with Juventus and trying to have that role in the team. But if they think that he's not ready yet and that he will not play enough, they will probably loan him out. Then, like for Matthias Soulé, you know that the players, they need 3 years in own youth academy before being a club product. It could potentially be that Dean Huijsen stays until January, and then in January we see. Could be. Or that he stays 1 more year and then, let's see, he's super young. Huh? But then, and that's what was really controversial, everyone is refusing Real Madrid. Ciao Mikey. No, don't be sorry. Don't be sorry. Oh, Giratina 70 from Canada, grande. But they already convinced him. He stays until 2027. Then, and that's the thing, when the journalist, because they took it away from Football Zone, if you look back to the article, you will not find it again. The reporter, he asked him about the future of Juventus in terms of worst case scenario. But really worst case scenario, if Juventus goes in second division, what are you doing? They were not talking about the minus 15, not minus 15. He said, we never talk about it with our teammates. So it's not even what will happen with what will not happen. He said, worst case scenario, if Juventus goes in Serie B, I would personally have no problem with it at all to stay. But this is what he said. Not, I don't care if Juventus go in Serie B or if they go in A or if we play Champions League or not. I don't care about the club because anyway in 5 years I will leave. This is not what he said. He said, if Juventus, worst case scenario, go in second division in Serie B, I would stay anyway. And then he added, because, of course, that could be, for me personally, an opportunity to play. He's not stupid, the guy. We already saw it in 2006. And that shows also the mentality that he has. Of course, you can call him selfish, thinking about him, but don't forget that he's 17. And he's doing an interview in front of the microphones at 17 years old. An interview can always be misinterpreted, can be not really understood fully, taken out of context, so pay attention. He didn't say, I would be happy that Juventus go in Serie B because then I will play. That's not what he said. He said, if worst case scenario, if you are telling me and you are telling me to imagine it, I would have no problem. Maybe, and looking at the positive things, for him personally, it would even be a chance. Because what happened in 2006, guys? You believe that Marchisio, Giovinco, De Scelje, even Chiellini would all have been starters at Juventus without the 2006 drama? Probably not. Probably Chiellini. Why not Chiellini? But Chiellini started as a left back with Capello 2 years before being put as a center back. When did that happen? When we knew that Cannavaro left, Thuram left, Zambrotta left, so many big players left. And we had to do with what we had. And Chiellini was one of the answers. I remember we played with, what was his name? The Portuguese guy, Andrade. We played with Andrade, he had that injury immediately. If I'm not wrong, Boomsong was with us that season. So I see no drama into it. I see absolutely no drama. In today's world, you have to accept something. Serie A is not anymore like it was in the past. The top. We know it. Let's not lie about it. But I will tell you something else. It will never become the top anymore. Okay? In terms of leagues. Even if you have a Super League can increase the level of all the European leagues. Yes, it can increase it, but it will never achieve the same level as it was back then in time. So players like Dean Huijsen, when they are saying, I would love to test the 5 leagues, 5 is maybe a bit too much, but they're also thinking about achieving at a certain moment the Premier League level. So I have no problem with that, and I can understand what he said without being angry. I'm not angry, guys. Look, I will show you one thing. I will show you one thing that I saw on a profile on Twitter. I will take away the music. Let me show you. It's a nice one, huh? Look, this is through the years since 2011, 2012, how the net spent was on transfer market from the different leagues. Look how big and huge Premier League will become. So Premier League is the first one here that you can see. So you see that in 2011, 2012, they were already spending more than everyone, and we are speaking about 11, 12 years ago. So they were already over, but there was a minimal gap of 200 million spent by the Premier League, while the other ones were between 0 and 150, let's say, where they grew, they all dropped down, of course, here, all of them. And while everyone was dropping down because of the consequences of COVID, they even found a way of growing, where after a small dip, look at the difference here. And it will be more and more and more like that in the future. It will be more and more and more like that in the future. Look at the gap, look at the difference. Look, I will show you again. So, and these are real data, huh, guys? Look at the growth of Premier League. But because of new entries, bigger entries, more attraction and so on, better players, people that want to go there, it will only grow through time, bigger and bigger and bigger, and making the gap. So I understand a player like Dean Huijsen that is not Italian, that Juventus is not his favorite club, that says one day I want to go, boom, on the top. I can understand it without any problem. You're a walking Wikipedia, Beppe. What did I say? That is giving you that feeling. Because I say so many things. Is there something that made you think that, sir? Let me know. I'm curious. Stavros, our project and the organization inside the club on how we manage them attracts the young players, which is one of the main factors. Yeah. Also, if we were able to attract a player like him, is the great work of inside Juventus in terms of a youth project. But Juventus decided to do it seriously, yeah? And that's the big difference. Sometimes, especially in Italy, you are doing things just to do things. Juventus, when they started doing it, they did it really well. If you are able to attract a Kenan Yildiz, a Huijsen, a Sule, a Barrenechea, and I'm speaking about these ones, but we can speak about Luis Saha, we can speak about the goalkeeper of Next Gen now, Crespi, and so on and so on. A big work has been done there. A big work has been done there. La Serie A will never have that Sette Sorelle ever again. No, that's a different discussion, Red Borut. What are the Sette Sorelle? Sette Sorelle are the seven sisters. Who were, back then, the seven sisters were Juventus, Inter, Milan, Lazio, Roma, Parma, and I forget one, Fiorentina. It was not even Napoli, yeah? It was Napoli, guys. Now Napoli. Okay? Seven sisters. You can have seven sisters. Maybe with other teams. Parma will not be there. Maybe replaced by Napoli. Probably now, yes. Can be. But that's not the problem. You can have seven sisters that were here and that probably will be here. There are still seven sisters. You will have big fights in Serie A, what we are seeing now. Everyone is happy, huh? You have the big fights. One day it's Juve that is champion. The other day it's Inter. Then it's Milan. Now it will be Napoli. So you have the same seven sisters, but it's the level of the seven sisters that are totally different. Osimhen will leave. If it's not this year, it will be next year. Kvaratskhelia will leave. If it's not this year, it will be in 2 years maybe. Leao will leave. You know, so the big players that are found in lower markets to go in Serie A, they will leave for the bigger leagues. So you can have seven sisters that are not great, unfortunately. That's the difference. But anyway, but look, in Italy, I already told you many times, they are doing really strange things. A few years ago, there was a President De Laurentiis. He was saying publicly that he was working with La Lega, with Lotito, and so on and so on. They were working on playoffs. Do you remember Gravina speaking about the playoffs? They wanted to introduce it to because Juventus was winning year in, year out, year in, year out, year in, year out. They were thinking about playoffs because Juventus was winning too much. Now, a few days ago, beginning of February, De Laurentiis, the same person that was speaking in favor of the sometimes I forget words, guys, that I just said 1 second earlier. Speaking about the one that was in favor of the playoffs, now is totally against this. No, that will not solve the problems of Italian football. Easy, now that you saw that you have a chance to win. You know, it's funny. It's really funny. They love to work against each other. Because Juve is winning, then let's do the playoff. Juventus is not winning anymore, let's do something else. Anyway, Sir told me, because you are talking about Chiellini, Andrade, etc., etc. But guys, I'm older. One day, I don't know how old you are, Sir Raz. I don't know how old the other people are in the chat. But one day, when you are 40 and you watch 30 years of football, you will remember these players. And, you know, of course, if you are asking me, Beppe, how was Butragueño, Real Madrid? Like my son was asking me, Papa, Butragueño, was he strong or not? I can tell you about the legend, but I never saw him. Like Pelé, I don't know. Yashin, I don't know. I never saw them. I can't give you a real judgment. Beckenbauer, I saw a bit more of Beckenbauer, but because of videos and so on. But do I remember a real game of Beckenbauer? No. I watched full games of Beckenbauer because of the final of Italy, but did I follow the career of Beckenbauer? No. I'm not that old, so I can't speak about them. But I can speak about a lot of other players at a certain moment. In the 90s, I started to tell you, yes, I know about Schillaci, about Baggio, about these players, and I remember quite well a lot of things. Anyway, Leao, big flop if you ask me, rare, unintelligent player with great physicality. But these are the kind of players that with the experience taken in Serie A, in Premier League, they will be, they will crash the league. They will crash the league. Mikey, Beppe, when does Tech's contract end, and would Perin be a starter once he's gone, or do we get someone younger? Good question, Mikey. By the way, do you still have some questions about that interview, the controversy of Dean Huijsen? My recommendation is, first of all, let's see if he continues to grow and if he will arrive in the first team. Secondly, I will tell you, don't pay attention too much about what he said, because it was not bad meaning. He said, of course, thinking about him, if Juventus is going in Serie B, I would even accelerate my progression, because he's quite self-confident. But not that he wished that Juve goes in Serie B. His goal is to play with the first team of Juve. I understand him. Then, don't attach yourself too much, but that's something I would tell you for every single player. I was super attached to Pogba. He left, guys. I was super attached to Del Piero. Career is over at a certain moment. So even players that are not really leaving, at a certain moment, it's over. Yeah, I can speak about Marco Motta, Thomas. I can speak about Grigera. Van Basten, I saw really a bit. I saw it with the eyes of a kid of 7, 8, 9 years old. So the football is different when you are watching it with the eyes of a young kid. It's totally different. You can't compare. I see a lot of people, saying, that's why I say I follow football since 30 years, because I was 11, more or less. I watch football much earlier than that, but it's not the same. I believe that you start really understanding football 14, 15, 16 years old. You start really to understand. Before that, you are watching with eyes of being impressed by football, by technical skills, by the goals. Like my son is really loving the game. Of course, the sensational things are fantastic. But before that, it's 14, 15, you start really understanding. Before that, you are a bit young. You can't compare. You have no points of reference to compare. So, and you are still also a lot influenceable about what you are reading, seeing. Then you can have great opinions. It doesn't mean you have always exception, but that's what I believe personally. What about Szczesny? I tell you, Szczesny. And I will show you so that you have also the evidences here. So Szczesny has a contract with Juventus until 2024. That means he has a contract 1 more year. But attenzione, because I already heard some voices, people are not speaking about it, soon you will hear them, that also Szczesny probably has a kind of contract a la Quadrado, a la Alexandro. What does that mean? That potentially he has, that automatical renewal, because that was a thing that was done and it was trendy at the time. Why are you doing that? Why are they doing that? Well, easily, because promising them an automatical renewal with low amounts of games to be played made them actually sign even earlier. It was pre-COVID. The money was there. There was no problem. We were overpaying players like Rugani, like Alexandro, like Szczesny, that is earning 6 or 7 million euro. So officially on transfer market 2024, but I believe personally that we go towards the 2025. And soon you will hear it. Soon they will speak about it. Then I don't believe that Szczesny will leave, but you always have that spada di Damocle, l'épée de Damocles. I don't know how you say in English. The Damocles. I don't know how you say. Anyway, we don't know. We are blocked with the mercato. What about Szczesny? Szczesny, if we don't play Champions League and he receive a big offer from another club, he could potentially leave. If we are not playing in Serie A, the sword, he could potentially leave. The sword of Damocles. You see, sir? Thank you, guys. I don't know these kind of things. Even if it's quite easy because it's the same. So I don't see him leaving anytime soon, but he potentially could. Of course, the contract of Szczesny is high. It's really high. And I'm afraid, guys, it's not the last year next season, but he will have that easy target. I don't believe that Perin can become the first goalkeeper of Juve. He's already 30. Not, guys, at 30, you can, as a goalkeeper, you can play 10 more years. So it's not really a problem of age. But I don't know. I don't think that Perin can be the first goalkeeper of Juve in terms of plans. Then, again, worst case scenario, but really worst case scenario, you go to second division, or you start Juventus Serie A with minus 30 points next season. And again, I'm going with really worst case scenario. In that scenario, Szczesny could potentially leave and Perin could become the first goalkeeper of Juve. I know that we were interested in Vicario, in Carnesecchi, but at the moment, everything is on hold. Even if these goalkeepers, Vicario, Carnesecchi, it's a bit more easier for them to join Juve, regardless of what will happen with Juve in short term. Because these goalkeepers, where are they playing? Cremonese? I don't know. I don't remember. They are playing Empoli. Where are they playing? Empoli, Vicario and... Vicario is playing at Empoli. Okay, one on two at the moment, and then Carnesecchi is playing at Cremonese. 2-2. Not bad, huh? Not bad. Buffon back. Yeah. Yeah. Guys, 2-2. 2-2. Without studying, eh? I watch the other teams. Donnarumma, I think that the train Donnarumma is already gone, guys. I think it's already gone. While he wants a young Italian goalkeeper, he said in an interview that he has a deal until 2025. Could be, huh? Could be, but I'm sure about it. I'm convinced about it. Perin is a great goalkeeper, but when he's pushed to play game after game, I don't know how we could handle that. He has been already first goalkeeper, but it was at Genoa. It was in minor teams. It's not the same as being a first goalkeeper at Juventus. Now, this season, he really impressed a lot of people. Huh? I believe that the maturity of Perin has reached a level where he really, really, really improved. Okay, so we spoke about Dean Huijsen, we spoke about the goalkeepers, we still have to speak about other topics. I have put Pogba. How much do we want to say about Pogba? Guys, for me, Pogba, you know why? You know, my level of excitement has a bit, not much, but a bit hold it back. Why? Because I don't know if he will travel to Roma. I don't know if he will play in the last minute versus Roma. I don't know if after Roma he will play in Europa League. I don't know if he will play versus Inter. A lot of question marks. Like I had for Chiesa this season as well. And for the people that are following the channel since long, you know it. How many times did I say attenzione? We forgot to say something. We forgot to say I don't know if Maric is still there. Maric, I think I forgot because I didn't see it. But Maric renewed his membership. 10 months with us. Ciao, Maric, because he said ciao, Beppe. Maric, are you still there? If yes, Maric, please tell us that you're still there. Send us a message because I would love to see that you're still here and that I didn't forget to say thank you to Maric. 10 months. Long, huh? He's still there. Sometimes I'm watching and then I say I will say it, then I forget, but most of the time I always keep an eye to be sure I don't forget. Tech was injured, so Perin took over. Not bad performance. No, he did well. He did really well. Good question. I already gave up personally in a starting 11. You will tell me, what are you saying, Beppe? You're crazy. No, I don't think anymore in a starting 11. Since 2-3 years, I don't think in a starting 11 anymore. You know, the best starting 11. I am always thinking in a starting 15, starting 16. Why? Because it's game by game that you evaluate physical condition, possible suspensions, the opponent, who are they? Is it easier to play like this? Is it easier to play like that? What kind of quality do you need on the field? So I don't believe that now you have Rabiot that will drop down because Pogba is there, or Fagioli that will drop down because Pogba is there. First of all, I don't even know what kind of formation we will play. I still believe in that 3-4-2-1 with everyone, but I really believe in rotation, especially until the end of the season. Pogba will not be 100%. Chiesa will not be 100%. Di Maria will never be 100% anymore because he's already 35. When you manage Di Maria well, look what he's able to do, but you need to manage him. So I don't believe in from now on, Pogba played 20 minutes, so that means that from now on, Fagioli is on the bench or Rabiot is on the bench because Locatelli had a yellow card, he was suspended, and now he's back, so everyone on the bench. No. If you are telling me who will play versus Roma, I believe that we will see Locatelli, Rabiot, Fagioli. It can be in a 3-4-3. It can be in a 3-5-2, can be in a 3-4-2-1, can be even in a 4-3-3, whatever, but I believe that these three will be in the start of the game. Rabiot, Locatelli, and Fagioli. Because Fagioli did his best ever second half at Juve, because he's in a really growing performance. That doesn't mean that he will not flop another game in his career. He will. But I see him growing, and Pogba will need a lot of time to come back. Paredes gave up. Barrenechea did well. He did well. But Barrenechea is not a first team player yet today, especially if you have a complete roster. He can become a first team player maybe next year. Can be. I don't believe it, because I saw a question a bit earlier from someone that were telling me, Beppe, what do you think, or who do you think will have more chances next season when they will come back from loan? In Cambiaso, in Rovella, in Ranocchia, and so on and so on. Rovella should be the priority, the one that remains. Paredes out, and you have a Rovella with a few years experience now in different teams in Serie A. I believe 1 year and a half with Genoa, and now with Monza. So it's a player that already showed a lot and impressed every single time if he's able to remain fit, because Rovella is a player that is a bit injury prone, but from the moment that he's able to remain fit, it's a player that replaces Paredes. You don't need to spend money. You save million in terms of salary. And then you have, on the left side, you have a Cambiaso. Why? Because he has the ability to be able to play on the left, on the right. Will he be a starter? That's the big question mark that I can't answer you today. But he is a player that will probably enter in the 25 of Juve next season. Ranocchia, when you have Miretti, when you have Fagioli, they will remain. They will remain. Fagioli, Miretti, Pogba, Rovella, Locatelli. Who else do we have in the midfield? Rabiot will leave. Rabiot will leave. Don't forget, you have three that will come back. Arthur, McKennie, and the other one there. What's the name? Zakaria. Maybe one of them will be both or not. We will try to find solutions for them. I don't believe that McKennie will stay. Whatever. Even if Leeds doesn't sign him permanently, I don't believe he will stay. So, let's see. Rabiot, it's not only Allegri, Otman. It's not only Allegri that loves Rabiot. At the top or not at the top, Adrien Rabiot has always been loved by all the coaches he had in his career. Didier Deschamps with the national team of France. Allegri, Ancelotti, Tuchel, and more coaches. Sarri, Pirlo, I forgot about them. He was always playing, It's a player that in training session always showed how great he was. We were not able to watch him because it was at closed doors, but always impressed. And then when he arrived on the field, he had some difficulties to show what he had. Zidane needed 6 months. Nedved needed 6 months. Adrien Rabiot needed 2 years and a half. Sasha already forgot McKennie. No, he's still there. Ahmad is giving us Zakaria and Arthur. But I don't believe he will remain a McKennie. Radovan would love to... No, if it will be the only one that he would love to have. Rabiot has never caused trouble, even when people thought he and his mom would. Yeah, but that's also another myth, another legend. Because it happened at Paris Saint-Germain, because the mother is really defending her son, protecting her son, and representing her son, well, a lot of time I see, but the mother of Rabiot, Honestly, and I work for Juve, I would tell you, I never heard any story. Any story about the mother of Rabiot. Just one. It was the first day of the arrival of Rabiot. That the mother wanted to be there for the photo shoot. That's it. That's the only story. But I also heard things that you will never hear. That's exclusive. The first day that Adrien Rabiot arrived at Juventus, He took the time to enter all the offices, to meet all the people and to say hello to the marketing team, to the other teams. I'm not speaking about the offices with the coach. I'm speaking about really the people that are working behind the scenes. Because when you arrive in La Continassa, you have J Medical there, when you have La Continassa and so on, you have some offices there. And nobody will tell you. I know about that. And guys, there are not a lot of players. I will not mention names or so on, but it's not something common. It's not something common to see a player that in his first day or of Juve ask personally to take some time to enter the offices, to say hello to the people of the marketing, to the people of the... I know a lot about the people of marketing because... but these kind of things, no. It's not normal, Philippe. Outside of soccer, it's not, yeah. We are speaking about football now. We are not speaking about me, and it's not. It's not true, Philippe. When you're new in a company, they are taking you, and they are making you do the tour of the office to meet all the different departments. It's not you that say, well, it happens sometimes, but usually it's not you that say, and now I will say hello to everyone. In football, it doesn't happen like that, because in the first day at arrival, it's crazy. You have your medical test, then you have photo shoot, and I can guarantee you photo shoots are timed. Guys, there are players, I will not say the name, but I know, I can guarantee you that they have everything scheduled and double checked with the management of the players, so external to Juve and managers from Juve, about photo shoots. Okay, you have like X minutes to do the photo shoot, in, out, professional, bam, 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 bam. Then this, bam, bam, because at that time needs to go to somewhere else. Then he needs to do another activity outside of Juve. So, no, guys, believe me, I see some guesses there. I will not confirm, I will not affirm, but I heard a lot of story, of course, guys. But yourself, as a football player, when you arrive in your first day and you say, stop, I want personally to go to the offices to say hello, that doesn't happen a lot. And he did. Then, is it because he did that he's a fantastic player? No. But when we are speaking about, but it's troublemakers and so on, and the mother, there are also beautiful stories that will never be said. Hanini saying, I think I got it right. Well, I'm not speaking only about one player. Cristiano Ronaldo is easy to guess, of course. Cristiano Ronaldo is not a secret. It's not a secret. Everything is timed with Cristiano Ronaldo. Everything. Cristiano Ronaldo is a machine. He's bam, 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 bam. I even know for some things how many minutes he had. Let me say thank you to Abai. Abai, 16 months with us. Ciao Abai, grande Abai Kurana. I want to have Abai again on the channel. It's a long time ago. We need to fix that because Abai was a fantastic guest. Thank you for the beautiful message, Abai. But Cristiano Ronaldo was a boom. But super professional. Super professional. Guys, Cristiano Ronaldo, he needed one take. He needed one take. You love him, you don't like him, whatever. We are speaking now about things that are not football related. Not football related, but really the other part of it. It was someone that arrived. Serious, I can tell you. Serious machine. Okay, what do I need to say? That the panettone is good or the spaghetti are fantastic? Check. It was like, I promise you, it was check. Smile. It was smile. It was like this. Check. Smile. Spaghetti fantastico. Check. And he left. One take in everything. Fantastic. Then you can like it, you don't like it. I'm someone that needs, bit more interaction. I love, talking, making a joke, putting people at ease. It's a way of doing, eh? Cristiano Ronaldo, for example, is someone that arrives, boom, 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 boom. Then there are some moments where he has a bit more relaxed time, of course. But in these kind of things, Cristiano Ronaldo was boom, 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 machine, machine, machine. But one take. Yeah, I agree. Ciao to Juve grande Juve. Banner is the king of legends. Yeah. Okay. But so I was telling you about Paul Pogba. I was what a bit was taken away from me, of course, because we don't know. It was 2-2. We were not winning at that moment. Wait, now this time I will try to do it really faster. I will thank immediately Marco Meola. 11 months with us. 11 months of greatness. Thank you for what you do now. Thank you, Marco Meola, for being here with us. Thank you, Marco. Really, really appreciate it, my friend. Grazie, Marco. Really. It's a nice because it's a beautiful sign of trust. So really, really appreciate it. I don't know if people, they showed a sign of trust putting a maximum of like, 101. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. We had a peak view of 160. No, 164. It's now. Not bad. 100 likes. We can do better, but it's not bad. It's not bad. I like that. Okay. We continue? We continue. Pogba. I forgot about Pogba. Every time I want to speak about Pogba. But I tell you guys, it's another level. It's another level of player. It's another level of player. You see him. He enters. He changed the game. He's fantastic. Guys, in Serie A, there is no competition. Forget about all the ones that you will mention to me. He's from another class. If he can stay fit a bit, if he can stay, it was worth the wait. It was worth the wait. Fantastic player. Fantastic. The emotions he's giving you, just the emotion that he's giving you. Yesterday, I was live. I didn't cry, but today I watched the video, my friends. I watched the video. I tell you, I'm an emotional person. Huh? I'm an emotional person. I tell you, I had a tear in my eye. But even when I'm watching Rocky 1, I'm crying. And I saw the movie like 25 times. So imagine Pogba. I had a tear in my eyes. The moment, he was about to come up, I watched that video. Something incredible. Incredible. Ciao, Alessio. And I believe he can do really, really well at Juve. So what else can we speak about? Otherwise, we close, huh? Who are the top 5 players of the season according to GJustjuve think? Top 5 players of the season. It's a good question. The problem, of course, is that it's moments, huh? It's moments where some are peaking, the other ones are going a bit down. Okay, let me go. Let me try. Okay, so first team men. 5 players, huh? Okay. Without any order, huh? Then I will let me write them down. Then we will make maybe a ranking. So I put Kostic. I'm not watching you because I don't want to be influenced. I put Kostic. I put Danilo. Kostic, Danilo. Kostic, Danilo. Rabiot. Kostic, Danilo, Rabiot. Di Maria. Fagioli. I have a problem because there are Bremer, Milik that I want to put there as well. Bremer and Milik I really want to put there as well, but Bremer, big flop against Monza. Big flop against Napoli. That was the worst Bremer that we saw. Yesterday, two big mistakes. Not good enough versus Sampdoria in the first game where he played a bit more on the left. And we had also to adapt the team to a 3-man defense also because the inability of Bremer to play with a 4-man defense at the moment today. So a lot of things are taking me back. On the other side, he has been fantastic in a lot of other games. So he's really close to enter that top 5. Milik and Di Maria and Fagioli. Fagioli, from the moment that he started with Lecce, and when was that? When was that, Lecce? Let's check. How much? Let's check. So the results. If we are looking at all the results, Lecce game. Where is Lecce? Here. October, end of October. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we can already really, yeah, okay. We have all February, all January, all November, even if November was a short month. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we can already have an idea. But the first part, he was totally invisible. And Di Maria, it's because of his 23. That was fantastic, but it's world class. So, okay. Bremer and Milik, it's a pity for me to not put there. So, Kostic, Danilo, Rabiot, Di Maria, Fagioli. Yeah. This is my top 5 at the moment, even if I would love to put also Perin, that saved us a lot of times. But I don't know who I have to take away from there. Yeah. What do you think, guys? Let me read yours. Honorable mention for Milik, yeah. Bremer, Kostic, Rabiot, Di Maria, Milik instead of Fagioli for British, the Titan. Big up for Kostic and Rabiot for their consistency, Danilo for his leadership, Di Maria because he's just changed the game, and Fagioli for representing Juve. Kostic, Rabiot, Danilo, Fagioli, Di Maria, Juve plus the same as me. Locatelli, you know how much I love Locatelli, but no, Locatelli for me don't deserve to enter the 5. No. Because a lot of games were not good from Locatelli. But that's the thing, If I would take one away, I would take probably Di Maria. But on the other hand, he's giving you the qualification versus not like this. And if you're looking at all his month of January, February, he has been fantastic versus Napoli, versus Atalanta, versus in these big games. He was the only one, so I would still put him. Danilo, Bremer, Kostic, Fagioli, and Locatelli. I'm not okay with Locatelli, even if I'm happy that he's growing. He did some fantastic performances, but not enough. I think we are pushing it a bit, calling Kostic consistent. He's always decent, but he also always missing crosses, not making vertical runs, and not that great in the box. Not saying he's bad, but wow. No, I don't agree with Philip Rosada. I don't agree. Because, yes, it's true, he's missing some crosses. It's true. On the other hand, sometimes he's doing great crosses and the other ones are not able to catch it. But it's true that we said it this morning in the video, one-dimensional player. He's not entering, he's going out, and that his way of playing. Player that changed also a lot of times of way of playing. 4-3-3, and he played offensively in the beginning of the season. 3-5-2, now 3-4-2-1. He was even tested in certain parts of some games, and we gave up immediately as a left back for some games. But guys, 9 assists with Juventus this season. Could have been 10 if Bremer is not deflecting it yesterday. For me, it's quite consistent. The only moment he was not playing well for Juve was beginning of January, after the World Cup, where he had a bit that dip and where we said, Mamma mia, disaster. Disaster. No, he's not doing what we want him to do. Except of that, I'm super happy with Kostic, really, seriously. Luckily, we have Kostic. Perin, I said it earlier. I would have put him there as well. But it's hard to give my 5. Look, my 5 are Kostic, Danilo, Rabiot, Di Maria, Fagioli. Bremer, Milik, and Perin are honorable mention. But for one reason or the other, I don't know. Who had more goal contribution, Keane or Milik? I believe Milik at the end. I believe he will take the 21 next summer. That's why I'm waiting for next season to buy a Fagioli shirt. I'm not a big fan of 44. I took the 44 with what's his name? Dejan Kulusevski. But, no, guys, imagine having 2 times 44. No. Really hard question for top 5. Fagioli, Danilo, Di Maria, Kostic, and Rabiot. Most present, consistent, and reliable. That's what we are looking for. Reliability. Well, if you're looking at reliability, Rabiot, Kostic, Danilo, they are all there. Fagioli since the Lecce game. Di Maria, not yet. Ciao Anthony. Worst 5 players of this season so far. Worst 5 players. Worst 5. Worst 5. Okay. I would put... It's difficult. 5 worst. Okay. I would put... Paredes is easy. Gatti. Paredes, Gatti. I believe I would put also Cuadrado. With one big excuse for Cuadrado. Cuadrado has played even injured and has played as a starter for all 2022. The beginning of the season, while he was absolutely not in the physical condition to do it. But he sacrificed himself for the team. But I would put Cuadrado. 5 is really hard, huh? But Quadrado, Paredes, Gatti, that didn't convince. But Bonucci is impossible to put there, guys. He never played. De Sciglio never played. Pogba never played. Alexandro was better this season. Rugani was good when he entered. Yeah. I don't agree with Vlahovic in the flop 5. I don't agree with that. Let's not exaggerate. I was expecting a bit more of Sule. But on the other hand, I can understand that for him it was quite difficult. The change of style, of way of playing, but he needs a bit more character to impose himself. But let's stop at flop 3. Flop 5 is too much. I would say flop 3, according to me, or Paredes. That's the biggest one. Paredes. Who else did I say? I said Paredes, Gatti. I was not expecting Gatti to be a starter, but when he played, didn't convince me. But who did I say? Paredes, Gatti, and Quadrado, probably. Yeah. That's it. At the moment, season is long, huh? Weston McKennie. Yeah, it was not good. McKennie was not good. You know what's strange? I preferred him, and I said it a lot of time, in the last games where he was playing as a fifth on the right, but it was like 3 performances, that's it, then as a midfielder. That tells you a lot. About how bad McKennie was. I defended him when he was playing as a fifth on the right, sacrificing for the team, and he did quite good performances there. Better than Sule, for example, or than Chiesa on that side. What about Keane? Keane is at 7 goals this season with Juve. He's the third choice on the bench as a striker. It's a player that is, that last year, because I know how some people are new to the channel, they don't know, so they have a false idea, then they think that I'm in love with Keane. Last year I said Moise Keane was the flop of the season. My flop of 21-22 was Moise Keane. The worst. Without any single doubt. Not because I was expecting him to replace Quadrado, but because, for me, Moise Keane, the one I knew, the one I saw at Paris Saint-Germain as well, and the one that arrived at Juve was really bad. This season, I see some progression from Moise Keane. I was expecting 0 from him. He's doing much better. I see a Moise Keane that is participative, also when he's on the bench. I saw some progression, and then if you are looking at really stats and numbers by minutes played, he's scoring the goals, and that's why we are paying him for. Also, I know I made a stats and people, they didn't understand it. Look how bad it is. Third choice player, ratio per goals per minute, it's totally different. It's not that bad. Would be nice to have a fusion of Vlahovic and Moise Keane with look at how Moise Keane is protecting that ball with his body movement, but then he needs that killer instinct. And crazy enough, Moise Keane is a player that he finds the way to put himself in the good position to have these chances. Then the problem is that he has no killer instinct and he's missing these sitters. While Vlahovic has more difficulty in finding the way to put himself in the right position. Where is Vlahovic strong? The ball into depth. Go and then he's lethal. And then when he's front of the goal, he rarely miss. Yesterday he missed a testa, mental, but otherwise normally he's never missing these kind of goals. Moiskin finds the space, he put himself there. What is my cat doing? Yeah, he's putting himself there and then he missed. That's the difference. Ciao MMA, grande. Ciao Ron. No, I would not put him in a flop list. No, this season, no. The season is not over. Today, on the 1st or 2nd, depending where you're living, of March, I would not put him in the flop. Why can't we try Kaio Jorge for a game? Well, if you are I would not say a doctor, Philip, but if you are one that is able to do miracles, then you can do it. I don't understand. What is that kind of conspiracy theory? Kaio Jorge is not injured. I don't understand, guys. If I saw the injury, yeah? I was watching the under 23 game last season. I was watching it live. I saw how they destroyed him. No, actually, he destroyed himself. How he destroyed himself. Mamma mia. I was scared. I know my first reaction was like, he had the worst injury that could ever happen to a football player. He had it. If we see how long Chiesa needed to come back, Pogba is another story, because Pogba did really a bad choice. It's his responsibility, not the injury, but the choices that he made. But Kaio Jorge, I don't believe that we will see Kaio Jorge. Look, you remember, I always compare it a bit to, even if it's a bit different, but I always compare it to Marco Piazza. Marco Piazza should have been a big thing in football, a real big thing in football. He arrived really young at Juve, big injury, and then he disappeared, loaned out, loan, extension with Juve, because you still think, oh, maybe we can have some money if he's coming back, but he flopped in so many clubs. I'm scared for Kaio Jorge. Also because when he arrived at Juve, guys, the first part of the season before the injury, he played one game from the start, and he was absolutely not convincing. And when he entered, could we really judge him for the few seconds that he played? I don't know about overhyped player Ryan. He did really well in Brazil. He was super young. He has chosen Juve. It's a player that it's difficult to judge a player like that arrived, and you need some time. It's not arriving from Vicenza or from it's arriving from Brazil. It was not Neymar, but he was a player that was doing fantastically well in Brazil. Really well. He arrives in Italy, playing with a coach as Max Allegri is not easy, because you really need to convince him that mentally you're ready to play, not that you're old or not old, because he was a first-team player, don't forget that. He received also some chances that he was not able to take, like Ake received a few chances that not always he was able to take from the beginning of the game. And then it's really hard, but that injury blocked him totally, and we will never know. So I hope that the kid can come back and can do or playing with the next gen because he's still young, or go back somewhere where he's a bit confident, maybe in Brazil for a loan. But even if he's not staying at Juve, that he doesn't have the same destiny as Marco Piazza. But that's the thing, yeah, he was overhyped, maybe overhyped. I don't know if he was overhyped by the media. It's not like we presented Neymar, but he was a big player from Brazil that was doing well as a young new talent. For example, Hendrik has been really even more, bumped by the media. Hendrik. that apparently, if I'm not wrong, he didn't score or assisted in the last 12 games after signing for Real Madrid. So he's young, guys. But no, I have never been, thinking that Kaio Jorge could be. I had not a lot of expectation from him. Because I never really saw him, I can't judge. The division in Brazil is totally different, and Brazilian players, you always have to pay attention because you don't know how they come, how they are mentally, and so on and so on. So, but that he's injured, I can guarantee you that the guy is injured. Ma no, it was not like when Ronaldo came. Dai, ragazzi, you are exaggerating. Media, you know what's also the problem? It's maybe also it's influenced by Twitter, by Instagram today, where the media is going with one page, two page, and then you have all the people from Juve that are putting their expectation. Because I remember a lot of people, Juventini supporters, they were overhyping him, and maybe that's what we have in mind. But the media, they were okay. I don't remember, like the Messiah arriving. No, I remember that he was hyped, yes, but I believe that after his arrival, it was more the Juventini that were overhyping him, like we overhyped Felix Correa. Like we overhyped so many players. Anyway. But yeah, of course, Alessio. It was the year of Ronaldo leaving. We had to do something in terms of we had to speak about something. That year we took 3 players, if you remember well. Locatelli, and it was crazy summer. Locatelli, who was Moiskin, the last day, and Kaio Jorge. That's it, That's it. Yeah. I remember Kaio Jorge playing Sir Raz. I remember him playing from the first minute, and he didn't convince. I remember that game really, really well. Really well. But I see now Frederick Brandt, not because of you, Frederick, but I see that now the word plusvalenza is used as a negative thing. Guys, you know that plusvalenza, that means making profit, is a good thing, I don't know, because now we heard it linked with Juve in the investigations and so on, but plusvalenza is a good thing. That means that you are doing profit. Guys, I will disappoint some people, but you know that football is not a sport anymore. Football is a business first. Business that is using the sport, but it's a business. And what is needed for a business, it's making profit. So doing profit is a good thing. It's a good thing. Then, Kaio Jorge, Felix Correa was a player that was overhyped by Juventini, but I remember it was a player that was even pushed in the first team, that we were all believing it, that he could do something. He received his chances. The swap with Pablo Moreno went to Manchester City. He went there. He was presented there. He didn't achieve it. Felix Correa played with us, with Pirlo, received some chances in the first team, did well with the under 23 at the time, and then was loaned out to Parma to have some playing times, and he lost himself. I can guarantee you guys that A lot of kids have a lot of talents, but then they don't arrive there. Carnaval Van Halle. When is the Carnaval Van Halle? You're already gone, no? It's already over now. It's already over. It was like a few weeks ago. Carnaval Van Halle, if you're from Belgium, guys, it's a fantastic carnaval. Very fantastic, but we already spoke about it. It's over. What else? What else? Guys, imagine, I have put... it's in March. Ooh, attenzione. Attenzione. Where are you from, Sir Raz? I didn't know that you were from Belgium. Where are you from, sir? I need to know now. Haraltan, Beppe, tell us about the future of Allegri. What do you want to know? You know that I don't like to make these big titles about the future of... I told you the truth, and it's annoying for me because I could win a lot more views, a lot more likes, a lot more clicks if I tell you Allegri out, Allegri gone, Allegri stays, Allegri whatever, or look, the next big thing, Sergej Milinkovic-Savic will be back, or who else you want to put there? You know, I see a lot of people doing it because I understand you have nothing to say. It's hard to do a video, guys. It's hard to do a video, huh? You know how many times in the morning I try to build a story. It's not just doing a video, you speak. You check the information, not because you saw an article that was translated. No, you have to read the source article to understand if yes or no. Like the one of Dean Huijsen, I didn't jump. I read it because I understand Dutch. I wanted to check, to double check what he was saying, you know. But it's a lot of work. It's collecting, and then in the morning video, then I do a story to not repeat the same thing. What is the structure? What is linked with what? Then you have to do the edit. You have to do this. You have to do this. It's long. It's really long. And sometimes some videos are working a bit better. A lot of time they are not working really well because I'm not using that clickbait, big picture of a big title, finished, over, this, that. It's a choice I made for the channel. But as I said, and answering your question, the future of Allegri is that he will finish the season with Juve. And at the end of the season, a lot of things will be taken into consideration. The first question is, what is the future of Juve in terms of the investigation that has been done? Will Juventus be in Champions League? Will Juventus be in Europa League? Will Juventus be in Serie A? Will Juventus be in Serie A with deduction points? Will we be in Serie B? Will we go in Serie C? We have so many options that has to be taken into consideration. From the moment that we know that, we have to work on a sporting management hierarchy. Who will be the new sporting director? From that moment on, and that's we are already ahead of time, huh? From the moment that we have that sporting management, they will have to talk with Max Allegri. Your future. The first question, do you still want to stay with the actual situation that we are in? Good or bad? I don't know. Do you have the motivations? Yes or no? And then the question, do we want you to stay with us? So today, all the people, the papers and so on that are telling you, because we win, Allegri stays 4 years. Because we lose, Allegri is gone. They are selling you people. There is no sense. There is no sense. Is Allegri risking? Yes. Is he safe? Yes. But at the moment, everyone is risking and everyone is safe until the end of the season. Then we see. That's the reality. It's not a reality where I can put a big title on YouTube. It's not one that will give me a maximum of likes. It's not one that will give me 10,000 views. By the way, I would love again to have a video that is making 10,000 views. But at the moment of Juve is not giving us the possibility to have 10,000 views on a video. And we have to deal with it. Or tomorrow I start lying to you and I start telling you, Max Allegri, attenzione. It depends what you prefer, guys. Huh? It depends what you prefer. If you want me to start, then we do. Huh? But that's the reality. We don't know. Ciao Sylvain, your videos are the best, Beppe. I don't know if they are the best, because I think that they are really great content creators that are doing a fantastic job. Their mother language is English. It's way easier for them to speak. If I show you sometime, guys, how many attempts I do to do a video, but this is, English is not my language. It's hard, huh? When I'm live, it's much easier. When I have to record it, sometimes I really have. But I don't know if it's the best or not. But at least I try to be honest. Anyway, I hope as well that we have our 15 points back. But don't forget, there is also another one. Huh? There is another process that is coming up. Huh? So, Colin, thank you, Colin, for the donation. Colin, Allegri has earned our loyalty. He unified our squad, and you can see the attitude has changed. Look, I have always defended the way of thinking of Juve. On the topic Max Allegri, but also on any other topic from other coaches. I always said, and I repeat it, Max Allegri has never been my top favorite coach ever. Okay? On the field. I didn't want him when he came from Milan. I didn't want him. Guys, I come from 3 fantastic years of Conte that gave me back my dignity, the winning mentality, that Juventinità. I didn't want Max Allegri. He came and he convinced me with results that he was the right coach at the right moment after Conte. I don't believe on this bullshit of, but he did great because of Conte. Yeah, 1 year you can do great. 5 years with a totally different team, I don't believe in that. So maximum of respect for him. Because it's easy to say, but he did really well because of Conte. Okay, why did Sarri not do that well after Allegri? Why are we not defending Allegri now because he received a disaster team from Pirlo? Anyway, I always said, for any type of coach, for me, a coach, the objective should be you arrive at the end of the season and you take a decision altogether. You continue, yes or no. Why? Because you reach your objectives or you didn't reach them. As easy as that. Reach them, yes or no. In a club like Juve. Then you have a mini dossier, a sub discussion. You didn't reach them, but what did you bring? And then another one, what can you still bring? You can have these discussions in a disaster moment of a season, midway. I prefer to go until the end of the season, but sometimes you have these alarm emergency meeting that you have to do now. And that's what happened with Juve. And there I always said the questions are, Max, what is happening? Give me an answer. 1. 2, do you believe? No. Second question, do you still want to do it? How will you do it? Do you think it's possible? If the answers, even if in the most darkest period ever, are yes, 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 and they are convincing the management, you continue. Don't care about the fans. I'm sorry. We don't care about the fans. We don't care. I'm sorry to say. I'm really harsh on that. You don't care. You have a plan. You have the answer that you want in a closed rooms, not in front of the media. And then we go. Last year, De Laurentiis could have sacked Spalletti because all the people wanted him out. Even De Laurentiis wanted him out. At the end, they stick together and look what he's doing, Spalletti, now this season. So, you see, sometimes you have to, and sometimes it can fail, huh? Sometimes it can fail. But there's one thing that I will never forget about this season, especially with Allegri, is when everyone is gone from the management and so on, he's the only one defending Juventus publicly. And with all the problems that we have, in Serie A, we are second with 52 points. This is the truth. You can say whatever you want. Yes, we were limited in Champions League, but if you love Conte, forget about it because he has the same thing with a much stronger team with way less injuries. So he will always have my big respect. Do I want to continue with Max next season? A priori, my first thought is no. But not because I like, I don't like, I want, I don't want. And until the end of the season, I will show my respect for someone that is doing a big job at Juve. That not a lot of people will be able to do it. I believe he's the best person, and I promise you, he's the best person on earth in that moment of the season. Is he the best person next season from the start of a new project? I don't know. Depends on the project. Anyway, thank you, Colin, for your donation and also the right words. He unified absolutely the team in a moment that was so hard. Nisha and Kate just subscribed to the channel. Thank you also for all the new people that are watching the channel. It's always a pleasure, really always a pleasure to see that you are continuing to subscribe to the channel and so on and so on. We missed 2 people to arrive at 23,850. Can we do it? Can we do it or not? Big question. 23,850. Can we do it? 2 people. 2 people. Let me check. No, nobody. Nobody's subscribing. Probably because everyone already subscribed, which is great. That means that the people are watching, they subscribed. 48. 48. I'm refreshing, you never know. No. It is what it is. Something else, guys? Every time I say something else and then look, 2 hours. 2 hours. Who said it earlier? Here, Anthony Trimboli. Beppe, you will replace Enrico Zambruno as the voice of Juve. Okay, that's a good one. I said it earlier. I will repeat it because I receive a lot of messages from Italian and from English speaking people. Like, Beppe, will you take over the job from Enrico Zambruno? I will not, because I know that you know that I did the commentator courses. I have my diploma here, super proud about it. It's here next to me always. No, I will not do it. I will not do it. It has never even been spoken about. Guys, it's Juventus. It is Juventus. At Juve, guys, you can't just say, I'm a nice person, I know the players, let's go and do it. No. No. Guys, you need experience. You need to grow. You need to start, I don't know, with another team. If you start with Juve, start with, under 19, or maybe with Juventus women, slow. Juventus women, without disrespecting, but it's a reality. Football of women is a bit slower than first team football. I love, and you know how much I defend women football, especially Juventus, because I love Juve. But you see that there is a difference in velocity, the same as with the under 19 and so on. So it's easier for someone that is entering that sport world commentary to start with that. And then you gain experience and you go up. You showed already reliability and so on and so on. So no, we never talked about that. Also because, guys, English is not my language. In Italian, I speak Italian every day and so on and so on. But doing a sport commentary is hard. If one day I would do sport commentary as a professional, if one day I will do it, and it's a big if, it will be in French. It will be in French. I'm sorry for you guys, or it will be in English, but then would need a bit of years of experience doing it. In French, it would be a bit easier because that's my first language. Then, what I will do from Enrico Zambruno is I was co-host 2 times a month on the Italian in the Italian live of Twitch. 2 times a month I was there. And I will take over in Italian. I will be the host in Italian for the English-speaking live on Twitch on Mondays. And the good thing, of course, is that we will have some players. While until last Monday, I was co-host or super guest or whatever you want to. And I could ask questions to the players. Well, the difference is that I will have to prepare all the questions, reviewing. So that will be really beautiful. That will be really, really beautiful. I will have the opportunity to speak with players and to prepare, to have more questions. So that's really great. Alessio, yeah, that was great, the FIFA prediction. Guys, seriously now, without joke, guys, you're joking, you're laughing with me. But if we go to my channel, I will show you. I will take away the sound.
Are you sick of having issues with your...
Yeah, I'm sick of you that you're always speaking too much with the ads. But I will show you something. Look at this. Here. So if you're watching, I did my own commentary of the game. You can see me here below on the right side. But that's not what I wanted to show you. I wanted to show you here the last part with the final result. Can we see the final result? Do we see them? Or we have to go back a bit. Here we go. Look. So, what do we see? The score. Probably you don't see it well enough. Score was 4-0. We won 4-2. Who scored? Danilo and Bremer. Guys, Danilo, Bremer. Di Maria and Vlahovic as well. But guys, prediction. Di Maria, Bremer scoring in 4 goals. Fantastic, Fantastic. If you want to see the header of Bremer, look at that. Quadrado on the corner kick. Wait, I will put you the sound. Let's listen. Minutes to play. Rabiot for Dusan Vlahovic. Dusan Vlahovic will go with the number 7. The number 7 that is fast. Is maybe faster than Singo. He's going with a shot. Deflected by Ragna. And it will be the last corner kick of the game for Juventus. What a fantastic attempt and also a fantastic save by the number 32 of Torino. Juventus 3. Torino 0, the last attempt. It will be Quadrado that is on the ball. Federico Chiesa is next to him. The last corner kick of the game. Will they play short or will they try to go into the box? Where Pogba is waiting for that ball. They are playing short. Chiesa will go alone or he will go with a cross. He's going with a cross with a shot! It is Bremer against his ex-team. What a beautiful end of the game. Couldn't it end any better for the Juventini? with an assist of the number 7 for the ex-Granata. Gleison Bremer that didn't hesitate to celebrate and to humiliate Torino in their home. In our home, but against his ex-team. What a fantastic shot. Forza Juvale, 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 Juvale. Guys, assist of Chiesa was correct. Bremer celebrating against his ex-team. Correct. Okay, everything was correct. Everything was correct. I was not playing, eh? I was not playing, eh? It was like this. It was like that. Will I invite Pogba? On Juve, that doesn't happen like that. It's not me that goes, Pogba, can you come? They tell me which player we have at disposal, and we do. It's beautiful, because last time we had Crespi, that is the goalkeeper of next gen, but he arrived end of January. So he played with us like 5 games, 4 in La Liga or in Serie C. Yeah, Serie C, 1 in Coppa Italia, and I didn't know about him, guys. I watched him one time in the final of Coppa in the semi-final of Coppa Italia against Foggia, and you know it like this. Hey, today there is Crespi, or tomorrow there is Crespi. Hey, you have to go, you have to check. You have to check. Lord Chaks, can you do my Totoka? Yeah, it was really, everything was perfect in that FIFA game. FIFA prediction. Thanks, Anthony. What do you want from Anthony? I will try. I will try to do it on Saturday evening, maybe. Saturday evening for Roma. I can't do it too early because I want to be as close as possible to the real team. So I had put a 3-5-2. Barrenechea was not in the game, so I had to play Paredes. But because I'm not playing, I don't want to play in the FIFA game. I'm just leaving, like that, the simulation, and I comment what is happening. But I want to be, like as close as possible to the lineups. Live. I mean, if I do live, then the problem is that I will start speaking with the guys in the chat. Then it's not real live commentary. I really want to, because I prepare the game. What I'm saying in the moments is updated the goals in the real life. I'm speaking about the real rank. I'm speaking about everything real. How many games they played with each other, how many goals we scored against, the statistics of the game. I'm studying also the opponents. Why am I doing that? Because that is actually giving me, I'm preparing myself for Twitch when I'm doing watch-alongs. Nice. So I'm winning time. Wait, guys, now it's over. We are speaking about nothing. I will watch Tulsa King, episode 3. Yesterday I watched the 2. 2 days ago I watched the 1. I want to watch Tulsa King with Sylvester Stallone. Not bad at all. Really great show. Tomorrow we do the video. I will try, because I need to prepare. The live of the Coppa Italia. But then I want to put on the Chiesa video. Chiesa of Prime. Amazon Prime. Back on track. Fantastic. Or it will be tomorrow, it will be the day after. Anyway. Stallone is fantastic. Even if it's a bit too much buttocks now. Something else. That's not my problem. Everyone can do whatever they want. Thank you for the like. Let's see if we reached. I don't believe so. But let's see. 23,848. We didn't grow. We are still there. We didn't grow. It is what it is. No, not yet. Soon. Okay. Give me, before we leave, if you have Chiesa, or no, not you, if I have Chiesa one day, let's say one day, a dream. If I have Chiesa on Twitch, give me a question. What should I ask him? But really, give me serious questions. But serious. If you want to joke, you can joke. But if one day, I don't know if it will happen. Who knows? Who knows in life? But and I am the one that is hosting. What should I ask to Federico? Don't ask about the girlfriend, Beppe. No, I will not ask. That's something I will not ask. Even if the new girlfriend is a lot in the Back on Track episode. She's really present. She's speaking a lot. So I could potentially ask that. The first Juve memory. But what memory? When he was a player or already before when he was a kid? When he was watching as a fan before starting to be a professional. Juve Pulse. Fede, do you want to play Juve until the retirement from the top level? It's hard to ask a question like that, guys. You are on the channel of Juve. Don't forget that. You are on the channel of Juve. Imagine if you have Chiesa, what will he say? He will not say, no, I don't want to. And if he say yes, and the year after he's gone, this is something that you ask, you can ask after the career of a player. Would after a career of a player, you can tell him, would you have loved to stay longer or something like that? Fede, would you stay with Juve even in Serie Z? This is also a question you can't ask on a Juve channel because it's strange, You have to change the question to arrive at loyalty answer. If that's what you are looking for, guys, loyalty, then you need to reformulate the question in a better way. Alessio, did you watch Juve game while being at Fiorentina? Good question. Stavros, what is your aim of achieving things with Juve? Rocco, what are your goals with Juve? The same, Igor, do you see yourself as a future coach or member of the Juve board in the future? He will probably say, I'm trying to anticipate. It's a good question, but I think, he would probably say, I'm still young, I never thought about it, I'm thinking about the present. But a good question. It's hard to find questions. Fede, how deep is your loyalty to Juve? You see? Choose one Champions League versus 5 Scudetti. He will probably say both, and then laughing, and then it's over with a question. That's it. Okay. It's not a lot of questions, Lord Checks, who is your favorite training buddy? Good question. That's a nice one. I like that. How was it to constantly change from left to right? Oh, that's a good question. That's a really good question. Radovan, learning from Beppe how to work playing journalist is amazing. No, but it's true, Radovan. You can say whatever you want. There is no ban of questions to ask, not to ask, or you are free to say whatever you want. But the perception, how you ask something to someone in a special, because of course with your friend at a bar you're speaking in a total different way. You have the confidence with the person, you know what is irritating the person, you know what is making him smile or happy, so you know the level of banter that is accepted, and so on and so on. Then it depends with someone, because I know Chiesa because I'm watching every day. He doesn't know me. When you are also look at Huijsen interview. Dutch person of people from the Netherlands, they are quite direct in their answer. They speak as they think, or they speak what they are thinking. They speak about it without too much balancing, what can be the consequence of it. And from something that was fantastically good, it has been turned in controversy online. Probably the same what happened to De Ligt when he was speaking about comparing Juve with Bayern without thinking about the consequences. Still young, De Ligt, of course, a bit more experienced than Huijsen. So, it's a process that you learn. Like, okay, how do I ask the question that actually will close as much as possible controversies? That's a difficult one, huh? Because you don't want to create controversies from a moment of joy that you are sharing with fans. I'm not speaking only about Chiesa. Can be anyone. Locatelli. Ciao, my buddy. Anthony, Fede, what's your favorite meal? If you could eat one pizza for the rest of your life, which one would it be? From Alessio. RNG Pirlo. Okay. Good. I don't know if. Okay. How was your first day at Juve? Brandon, unless you are Lukaku, you don't want an interview to cause controversy. But also there. But that was, you had it. Sometimes you have the intention to create controversy. Cristiano Ronaldo the same, huh? Sometimes it's planned to create controversy. Anyway, was fantastic. Do you know we were not expecting you to have a voice like you have? Who? Me or Chiesa? Sometimes I don't know. Me or Chiesa? I'm a better interviewer than Piers Morgan. Oh, hey guys. Piers. You can. I don't know Piers that much, because I'm not living in UK. So I don't know about the man, his ideas about whatever. I don't know. I just know that he's, I believe, against the royal, the guys, what's the name there? Meghan and the prince, the ex-prince. That he's a bit against them. And that he's an Arsenal fan, and that he likes Cristiano Ronaldo. But the way he conducted the Cristiano Ronaldo interview this time, but also especially the first time. Do you remember the first time when they were in the home of Cristiano Ronaldo, I believe? I have to say, great professional on how he did that, huh? Then Piers Morgan himself, I don't really know him. I know there is a controversy and so on, but I don't really know him, so I can't really judge. Judging just the interviews he did was really, really well done, huh? Really professional. It's not easy, huh? It's not easy. Also because, guys, let's not lie, Cristiano Ronaldo is telling him, ask me this, and he has to also make it look like natural, also putting his way of doing it, because he's someone that is quite well known. So, anyway, buonanotte ragazzi, we hear each other domani mattina, tomorrow morning. Grazie Locatelli, grazie Rocco, grazie to Nestor Abraham Infante Olvera. Ciao Stavros. What does Juventinità means to you? I will ask him that if I see him one day. Stavros, ciao, sir, buonanotte, to all the people in the chat. Don't forget, Maximum of likes, 150, not bad. Thank you guys. Buonanotte. Ciao Tariq. That's for Tariq.